Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming. For those who just happened by to my studio, you're most welcome. My name is Skyoe. I love teaching violin to students, and I am also a professional violinist. I have been going through the Conservatory Grade 4 repertoire in hope that helps some of my students to practice better at home. And this one is called Fast Dance. I like this one very much because it really helps you to feel the right hand, and there are 3 different techniques which I will explain after I play once. Thank you. There are 3 bowing articulations you could see in the music. The first is that 8th note has dots on them. The second is the 8th note with dashes on them. And the third kind is the 8th note has nothing on them. Now, because it's fast dance, the right hand action has to be very quick. I don't mean the tempo has to be very quick, but the speed of your right hand when you practice has to be very quick. You can practice slowly. And so we're gonna go through first technique, and that is the 8th note with dots on them. And then obviously it's very sharp edged, and it's the best way to start is with your bow on the string. And also please clarify that these 8th notes, try not to focus off string. They're not off strings. They are staccato. They're not spiccato. All right, so it's on the string with very relaxed right hand. So you can see me better. As soon as you touch the string, drop all your fingers. Feel your fingers are completely in the relaxed state. And then you pull it really fast in the action that's going down. Now the next one is going up. So just make sure down and up are identical. The many students tend to play the down bows very nicely strong and articulated, but the up bows a little bit weak. So I would suggest students to flip the bowing. But first let's try the action that going down. Feel like you're throwing a dart towards the floor, and the up, you're throwing something really quick and like a dart, except to the ceiling. All right, so these 2 movements, if you could really practice without the bow, without any sound, just with the hand, feel like you're really flickering this wrist and really let go the fingers, the slow movement. When I was young, my teacher told me that if you look at the tongue of a frog, and the frog tongue is extremely long, and it aims to a fly and gets really close, and then it just goes really fast and just attack it. And that is the movement of our throwing of our hand. So just A string, just open string, it's best to get the right hand correct first. Left hand is not so difficult in this one. So you can go. or you can think like knocking. In some of the earlier YouTube, in Suzuki Book 2, I also mentioned, feel like you're knocking the wooden table. You go, boom, 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 but very quick, very decisive, all right? And then as you get clean sound, you can get faster with this action. And in between the bow stroke, you have to relax. Just like you're throwing darts quickly. But each time when you throw, you must relax first. Otherwise, you cannot have a new action of throwing, correct? So you go. If you find yourself playing a little bit lopsided, the down bow is stronger than the up bow, then I will ask you to practice up, down, up, down. So you make the bowing opposite. That way you get to hear the second eighth note and the fourth eighth note are just as strong as the first. Then when you reverse back to the correct bowing, down, up, then you will have very even articulation. And also all of these is to be done by the wrist only, not at all by your upper arm, and nothing at all by your shoulder. Just a little bit of forearm, but mostly of your wrist. Now the next bowing are the ones with dashes. That you just involve a little bit of your forearm. And this movement, the throw darts movement, is a little slower. Feel like the dart is getting a little heavy, and you're not throwing it very quickly. You're not really into it, you just throw it very lazily. So feel like you become a slow motion of throwing darts. And when it comes to eighth note with no darts, that's like a tête-à-chaise, but not so legato of a tête-à-chaise. That's too gluey and it's not to the character of this piece. So still go. A little bit of lift on both down and up at the end of the bow. All right, so not so legato with your wrist, slightly stiffer with your fingers, but still a little bit more lift on both sides of the piece. So become. Not. Okay, just a little bit different. And you also can warm up these eighth notes with a little bit, tiny bit of vibrato. You don't have to move much at all for the left hand. I hope those suggestions help you. Please subscribe and make comments, and I would love to hear from you.